Our VR project is called OTL Perspectives. The goal of our experience is to show users the different perspectives of an inventor, an investor, and a CEO in the process of creating a startup around an invention.
The user starts the experience as the inventor and can go through OTL to meet with the CEO or can meet with the investor on their own.
The user guides the outcome of the conversations by picking their responses.
We hope users will gain knowledge about the startup process from this experience and take that information with them if they choose to take their invention or idea to OTL.
Left a small company, so she may be looking for a new opportunity. Let me contact her first and gauge her interest and seriousness. If a meeting makes sense, I'll work out a CDA with her and we'll be in touch to schedule.
Dr. Genius, thank you for coming. I've heard so much about your research and your invention. It's great to meet you. Please have a seat. Yes, I've started 3 companies that had successful exits. One of these was based on a university technology. Tell me about a great black box. It's great that you have a prototype and initial validation data. It's very difficult to base a new company on technology that has yet to be validated. Dr. Genius, this is quite a comprehensive data packet in the initial device development. You clearly know how to make the great black box and test it in the laboratory environment. It's important to recognize that there may be several rounds of optimization and evolution before we have a successful market-ready product. I understand where you're coming from. The key will be to understand what the customer wants and to provide most sellable version of the great black box according to the market. For instance, we need to understand how best to differentiate a great black box from gray box that has already entered the market. Since success is driven by the market, we need to see how the market will differentiate the products. We can also look at ex-US markets where gray box has less popularity. I understand it sounds negative, but it's important to identify challenges early on so we move forward with our eyes open and with the best chance of meeting those challenges. Let's talk about the manufacturing process. Can you give me an idea of timeline? I've worked with a manufacturing and process optimization consultant. I can loop him in for recommendations on streamlining and automating some of the manufacturing steps to reduce time and costs, enable scaling up, and build in consistency for Q&A. I'll tell you what, Dr. Genius, there is still much to evaluate. If you'd like to look into moving forward, here's what I can propose. I've been a CEO before, I know the drill about being cash-strapped. I agree that the great black box has potential to be a great product, but knowing what investors will look for, I need more information to really make the jump. I can form an LLC and work with OTL for an option to license the IP for the great black box. Let's say we make the option for 1 year. For the first 4-6 months we complete the market study and the manufacturing process assessments. I'll also loop in an IP attorney I've worked with to look at the IP space for any freedom to operate issues, particularly given the similarities with the gray box. Assuming positive outcomes, I'd use the next 2 months to develop a business plan, complete market and funding strategies. Around month 6, we would formalize a corporate structure and team. I've worked with some good people with solid track records for sales and finance we can think about bringing on. Once we have the team in place, I would start with initial fundraising efforts. If early feedback from investors is positive, by month 9 we should be in good shape to exercise our option with the university license the IP. In 1 year, we need at least the initial funding to support the team, the license and other IP obligations, and the initial manufacturing and process scale-up. If we can get there, we're well on our way to seeing the great black box in the hand of consumers. I understand it sounds like a long time. Time is money. If we had money up front, we might be able to speed a few things up. On the flip side, without some of this initial diligence into the technology, we won't be competitive for funding. I'll take care of that. It would be my initial investment in the company. I know this is a lot to think about and consider. I'll tell you what. I'll draft up a proposal and send it to you by the end of the week. I'll include raises for what I can contribute upfront and my expectations once we're more solid. You can review and let me know how you feel about working together. Absolutely. This is what I do. Take fledgling technologies, start companies and get them on the road to success.